Goalkeepers, the protectors of the net, are not famous for their goal-scoring exploits, but on some rare occasions they find the back of the net. And when it happens, it's like capturing lightning in a bottle. So I ask you, what would happen if I tried to make my goalkeeper the top scorer in the league? A few months ago on stream, we were talking about the idea of just how many goals you could get your goalkeeper to score while still playing in goal if you designed a tactical setup that specifically was aimed at getting him to score as many goals as possible. Of course, if you do want to follow the streams, I stream every Tuesday, Thursday and Saturday at 11 AM, so hey, drop a follow over there. I'll see you there soon. But this year, I felt that it was really the time for us to try this out properly. So, meet the hero of our story, Gianluigi Donnarumma, goalkeeping extraordinaire. It also does help that he plays for PSG. It really, really helps. But it also helps the fact that he's 6'5". Now, he does only have one free kick taking, so if he manages to grab us a free kick this season, then that would be excellent news. But he's got 6 penalties. That's something. His composure's 14. I see no reason why that won't help us. I imagine the question on your mind now is, how exactly is this gonna work? Well, I'll tell you. So obviously, we can't just put him up front for a PSG team and expect that to work. Plus, he wouldn't be playing in goal anyway, so at that point, he might as well be David James in a Stuart Pearce team. And that is very much not the plan. The plan is relatively straightforward. He'll be taking penalties for the team. We're obviously going to try to build a tactical idea that's going to win us more penalties than perhaps you would normally get. We've got some ideas for that. Same kind of comes from free kicks. He'll take the direct ones. We'll send him up for the indirect ones. Maybe not the deep ones. Let's not get silly. And of course, we can send him up for some corners as well. With that kind of jumping reach, I suspect that he'll be able to get a few. So why PSG? Well, in order for this to work, essentially, we needed to be playing for a team that are presumably going to create a lot of goal-scoring chances and have a lot of opportunities to score goals over the full season. And who better than, well, I mean, they didn't win the league last year, I grant you, but still, they should be pretty dominant this year, even with a simple tactic, which will give us a nice 38 games in the league. I would love it if we could get him to be anywhere near top scorer. That would be insane. My expectations really are that if he could get, I'd like to say 20, I would, but 15 seems like a reasonable one with penalties, free kicks, and a couple of corner goals in there too. You never know. Tactically, how are we going to set up? I've literally just plugged in a default tiki. It's PSG. We don't really need to do a great deal here. Default tiki-taka kind of system using the game's inbuilt stuff. I have changed it to an advanced forward instead of a deep line forward just because I don't find that they work super well. In addition, though, I've also turned on run at defense because if we're running at defenders, they're going to foul us. And of course, play for set pieces because really, I think that's what we're genuinely going to need more than anything else. Free kicks, corners, obviously penalties too. That's where his goal's going to come from. He ain't going to pick the ball up on the edge of his area, maraud through the defense and bang one in top bins from 33 yards, is he? Or is he? So I've just been doing a little bit of research about the way we could potentially set up some of our set pieces, and I found this. Now, it purports that they had Virgil van Dijk score 41 goals in 57 games as a centre-back. Obviously, Virgil van Dijk is an absolute aerial machine. But if we could implement that into this, maybe there's a chance that we could get towards that 20. So I've gone ahead and implemented it in here. So the idea, in theory, is that we're aiming the balls here at Donnarumma and just hoping for the best, I suppose. Now, obviously, with someone like Van Dijk, you'd expect him to score. If it is as OP as I suspect it could be, it would work great with Van Dijk. How well that will work with a goalkeeper, I don't know. He is good in the air, don't get me wrong, but I don't know what his actual inherent heading ability is like. I guess we're going to find out, aren't we? But that's a whole new feather in the bow that I wasn't expecting today. Maybe 20 is an achievable goal after all. I think he's going to have a job outscoring Messi and Mbappe, though. Oh, and Neymar. There's a guy called Neymar here. We're going to do this in chunks so we can sort of track his progress. We've already had the French Super Cup thingy. Unfortunately, he wasn't available for that anyway. So we're going to go 12 league games into the season and whatever else stuff is in that period too, and come back and just see how many he can get in this period. If he's going to be on track for 15, 20, we need him to have 5 or 6 by that period. This is going to be interesting. This is ridiculous. Top scorer in league. I don't even know what to say. The man has banged 12 goals in 12 games. I'm starting to think that that set-piece setup might be a little bit broken. The fact that he scored a direct free kick is insane as well. The thing is, we've only had, I think, 2 penalties in the first 12 games, and he missed one of them, so we could have had another one in there too. This is utterly mental. He's actually on for currently a 38-goal season in the league. He could actually genuinely get over 40 goals in all comps if he carries on like this. It is ridiculous. Just looking at his last few games, I think this is the best way to describe it, really. You can see 15 appearances, 13 goals. He's actually scored twice as many goals as he himself has conceded. There was me going, oh yeah, if he gets 20, that would be an insane season. And here he is on 13 after 12 games. Just on like a pure stats basis, an XG of 10. He has an XG of 10 and has 13 goals to his name. Now, obviously, the penalties will bump that up quite a fair bit too, but he's still getting a serious amount of chances during that period as well to go with it. This is far beyond what I was expecting. He's had 92 shots so far, 37 of which have been on target. So he's basically averaging a goal every 3 shots on target. I expect that it, in theory, will fall off, but part of me really hopes that it doesn't. Imagine if he had like a 50-goal season from goalkeeper. Right, well, we move. This is going to be fascinating, friends. Okay, I'm willing to admit that this might be a little bit overpowered. He's got 30 league goals. He has, repeat, 30 league goals. He has literally nearly double the number of goals of any other player in the entire division at this point. Right now, I think he could actually get over 40 league goals. Let's not forget that he's also got stuff in Europe and in the Cups as well. It's mind-blowing. But just looking at his overall record, he has 36 in 35. So that means he's got 6 goals in other competitions as well on that one. He's got 3 in the Champions League and 3 in the Coupe de France. Just to add to that as well. And as again before, he's literally got more clean sheets than he has goals conceded. Not only has he got 30 goals, but he's also kept a decent amount of the goals out as well. He's nearly at the point now where he's nearly got 3 times the number of goals scored than he's actually conceded himself. Now, I know we're PSG and everything, but come on. And just getting to the actual root of the pure numbers, you can see that he is essentially bang on his XG. 35.7 he's currently at, and he has 36 goals to show for it. He has over double the number of goals that Leo Messi has in this same team. I don't know. I wonder if 50 goals in all comps for Gianluigi Donnarumma is actually possible. The man got a hat-trick in one game, for crying out loud. So from here, it's just, to me, a case of can he get 40 goals in the league? Because that appears to be the gold standard now. And I do think that he's going to be capable of getting it, unless he gets an injury or something. But I got to ask, predictions, my friends. How many is he going to get this season, both in the league and, of course, overall? I reckon he will get to 40 in the league, and I think he will get to 50 overall, which would be insane. So, let the madness unfold. He's only gone and bloody done it, hasn't he? Gianluigi Donnarumma, in 38 appearances in La Ligue 1 this season, has netted 44 goals. I don't even know what to say. Neymar got 30 assists, by the way. I'm assuming most of which were assisting Donnarumma's goals. I mean, let's face it. He also had 18 Player of the Match awards, 26 clean sheets, and an average rating of 8.42. Probably the greatest season that any player has ever had in the history of bloody football. Not to mention, we did get 107 points and only lost 1 game. That's aside the point. Annoying that we did lose that one random game in there, but hey, it is what it is. Got a hat-trick against Lens, where he scored 1 of each. He got a free kick, a penalty, and a corner goal, all in the same game. He's vastly overdone my expectations. Overall this season, though, 53 in 53. from goalkeeper. I don't know. I don't even know what to say. Like, he's literally 1 goal scored away from having scored 3 times more goals than he's conceded this season in the league. Just magnificent. Incredible. And just looking at the pure stats, his XG is nearly 50. I don't think I've ever seen an XG that high. 53 goals in the end, but he nearly had an XG of 50 for crying out loud. He's averaging 3 shots on target a game, which is basically exactly right, as we thought that he was getting a goal a game, basically based on his shots on target, and that's exactly what he was doing. Dead on, in fact. Managed in the end 120 shots on target. But moreover than that, he had nearly 300 shots. As you can see though, 8 out of 10 or 8 out of 11 penalties ain't actually that bad. That has essentially gone better than I could have ever dreamed it would have done. So yeah, I'm obviously going to put a link in the description to the corner setup that I used for this. Obviously, this is none of my work. I just found it on the internet. And yeah, try it out for yourself because it's probably going to get patched at some point soon, I would have thought. And if you do feel like trying to beat that, then hey, send me the images. I want to see. Because I genuinely believe that you could actually beat that fairly comfortably in a way if you had a goalkeeper with better free kicks and better penalty, because maybe you'd have a slightly higher conversion rate. But the fact is, Gigi, I think, still netted 3 direct free kicks this season, which ain't bad by any means. So if you have enjoyed this video, drop a like. That would be spectacular. Obviously, subscribe if you're new. I will try to make some more videos like this at some point. We've got brand new stuff coming up soon as well. And yeah, I stream on Twitch, which I already told you about anyway. Go follow there too. And I'll see you guys very, very soon for another video. Send me your goalkeeper scoring. I'll see you soon. Hold your gun. Capybara. Bye-bye.